Hi there, folks. Welcome to another round of Modern. My name is Dylan from
Okay.
Alternate Universes, and on the left we have Josh Lindy playing 5-color creativity, and on the right we have Alex Sargent playing Rakdos and Not a Scam, aka Rakdos Great Value, but actually called Rakdos Midrange. This will get more complicated every time I have him on camera. Now, if you've watched the other two videos from this week, you know that I have recorded the audio for each video at least twice.
It's really good in the group.
So let's, if you're hearing this currently, that means I didn't have to record it again. And that is a beautiful thing. So we'll see. Now, Alex is going to cast Inquisition of
He's a
Kozilek.
teacher.
I did
He's
not
here
get to
to
see Josh's
he's
hand
here to
completely. He's going to play
he
open-handed.
educates me.
He takes a Fable the Mirror Breaker. Josh has Archon, Lightning Bolt, Snow-Covered Mountain, Wooded Foothills. Insert card here.
Go ahead.
Now, 5-color creativity is arguably one of the best decks in the format, potentially the best deck in the format. Depending on who you ask, I think it's a very good deck. It's very fun to pilot, and I think it's a deck that if you were going to Las Vegas for MTG 30, granted this video has come out after it, so maybe if you're going to SCG Con Philadelphia and you're looking for a modern deck, this is a deck that I would definitely recommend. It is very easy on the brain. It's not something that you're going to stress yourself out thinking about like while playing it. You have good matchups. You do a powerful thing. It's fun to pilot because you're just, you're drawing cards. And it's a good time. I definitely recommend it. The deck's a little bit more on the expensive side. Now the creativities are like $30 a piece or something like that. But if you were able to get into creativity, like the card itself, for a cheap enough price, I was very fortunate. I was able to get my copies for $4 a piece. The deck that you see on screen currently is my camera issue. It is my deck that Josh is playing. It was also featured last week. Madsen played it last week as well. Just kind of lending my decks out to my friends. They're both going to Vegas, so I think they both just wanted to test it. My build is a little bit different and a little bit weird. The main board's primarily the list that won Dallas, barring Teferi Time Rivaler in the main board, but the sideboard's where it gets interesting. I think I still have a link to it on last week's videos in the description. We'll have it in this one as well. This is round 3 of our weekly Modern tournament. I know some people are interested in that, and I would like, if you're interested, I want to give you information about the things that you're interested in. This is round 3. Both of these players are 2-0. I believe it was table 2. I believe there was another undefeated that was supposed to be playing this round, but they drew. So yeah, I thought this matchup would also just be interesting. I have played creativity against actual Rakdos Scam. It's not fun. The person I was playing was lovely. I had a great time talking to him, actually. But the play experience of playing against Rakdos Scam is not a good time. Not that playing against creativity is probably that fun either. I've done it a bunch as 4-color, and it's not my favorite matchup, but that's also because I couldn't figure out how to beat it as 4-color. So there's that. If you have a lot of 4-color at your locals, you're trying to figure out how the hell you beat it, you just play creativity. It doesn't make sense. Hell, I guess it does make sense if you think about it, but the deck is so advantage against 4-color, it's absurd.
Did you understand that when you posted it? He was like, yes. They asked him, he's like, are you ready? It's like, are you anti-Semitic? He went, yes. Yes. I'm like, he's like, I'm apologizing.
So, like, Kim did a number on him, apparently.
And Josh, debating if he wants the interaction. Debating on if Alex has interaction, I should say, for
Dwarf.
Indomitable Creativity. Alright, Dwarf am I going to come into play? We're going to make a token.
Pete Davidson.
Token will be represented by that carnage, and his is 7/5.
Like,
Appropriately, how you kill the symbiotes.
Dylan?
I don't know what that
I'm a little concerned.
The only
that it
program-
happened when I said, is Pete
I was talking about
Shut down.
how much I love when people have the actual tokens on camera, and when people play my deck, they just never have the actual tokens. I am, in fact, the worst. There's a Ren and 6 emblem in there, and I think everything else is just Spider-Man cards.
Why
Alex
is it
fetches a basic swamper.
The only program open.
Yeah, this matchup is difficult. Rakdos plays Blood Moon, so you need to sideboard into the things that beat Blood Moon.
Like a warning from your.
Alex specifically sideboards a card that most people don't, and it definitely does some work for him in the sideboard games.
It might have been like, that could have been like a, whatchamacallit.
cards
still
here?
happen.
3.
But the scam aspect is quite good. Being able to selectively rip 2 cards out of your opponent's hand and then put a beater on the board as well. Very good.
Yeah, because this is pulling from here. I also
And unless like the creativity player goes first and has Veil of Summer in hand, you're just not gonna have a good time.
draw 2, then discard 2.
Sure.
Yeah. So this is pulling into here.
We're going to do Is It Charm here, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards.
Yeah, I know, but if you start playing something on the speaker there, it would still pick it up, right? When it
Dumps Archon plus
No. It'll theoretically.
a land?
If the card goes
It's my deck. Go on, it's your deck. How do you not know what that card is? I think it's Steam Vents.
Go ahead.
It is one of the few cards in the deck that I have not been able to get like a fancy version for, or like my preferred version. I need the space version from Infinity. I have the other space shocks in the deck. So if you have space, borderless, non-foil Steam Vents, and you want to sell them, come buy a Bluebell.
That's really loud.
Or any of the space shocks. I have a problem. I really like space. Alright, Season Pyromancer coming down here.
This guy.
We're going to discard 2, draw 2. It's probably 1 red or 2 red.
Josh, what life total?
I got 18, 19. I'm at 19.
I thought Spyro was 2 red.
18.
Am I right?
Did he fetch a 3rd time? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're okay.
Did I play
Spyro was 2 red. Okay.
Did not, and you do get
It
a.
don't matter.
Right.
But he definitely did use the Bugbear in 2 swamps. He very clearly could have paid for it. So let's hope that doesn't matter. Picks up at Persistence is a draw for turn. It's going to be able to persist out that Archon. Archon will enter with a -1/-1 counter on it.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
And then we'll get all the lovely ETB effects. Target player will sacrifice a creature or planeswalker, discard a card, lose
We
3 life.
sacrifice,
Josh will
discard,
draw a card, gain 3
swing
life.
3 life each, and I draw a card.
It also does that on attack, too.
So I got you at 14, I get a 22.
Pitch a push.
Meaning, even still as a 5/5, if Josh gets to untap with Archon and attack, it's doing 8 damage.
An eternal fetch.
I'm really happy I bought my my original foil alone because like I got it for 50, and then it's like now it's like you have life. Found it. Card's so good. I don't know what you're talking about. Chapter 1, Dark
Go to untap here.
play founding, cast the persist on combat.
Cards.
4.
Way to play Thoughtseize. Gonna take a look at Josh's hand. Going to see Teferi, Lightning Bolt, Archon, and a card I cannot make out.
He's 11, right?
I mean, that's not exactly what that card does, but
Give me Teferi.
Alright, takes a Teferi, which is an interesting choice. Josh can't cast it right now. To pay 4, play Torok.
I respond with a trigger on the
Kicking.
stack.
So Josh will get him.
So it comes.
That is a trigger,
Triggers
so
on
he
right,
can
right
respond
in
to
the
it.
straight.
yeah, it'll have a trigger that
Him to Torok, if you do not know. The 2-mana black sorcery. Black. Target opponent discards 2 cards at random. Josh is going to bolt. Leyline Binding Alistair card.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Josh is going to bolt. To Torok before it gets big.
Yep.
Attack.
Trigger. Stack. Draw.
Do 8 damage. Alpha
You don't have a
to
card,
3.
right?
No.
So you take 8.
Yeah.
Go to 3. I go to 25.
Josh have the 3rd Lightning Bolt. I'm going to play Tap Sacred Foundry, pass the turn.
You got it.
Alex is just going to scoop it up. Let the game 1 go to Josh. And we're going to move on to game 2 right now. I'm going to go tapped Blood Crypt into Thoughtseize. I'm going to take a look at this hand. We see Scalding Target, Bloodstained Mire, Fire and Ice, Transmogrify, Lightning Bolt, Fable the Mirror Breaker, and Archon of Cruelty.
Take 2 on the surgical.
And here's that sideboard card I was talking to you about. That is a surgical extraction targeting
Doing this to
Archon
me
of
twice
Cruelty.
in 2 weeks, huh?
And yeah, that's going to rip all the copies of Archon from Josh's deck.
There's 3.
Meaning, Josh was just playing a not a great deck at that point. Or a deck with no win condition, I should say.
Can I give him the Moto? Forget the one in the graveyard? So that maybe I can persist.
The Indomitable Creativities and Transmogrify become removal spells.
He got me with the, last time I Emery'd my, do you remember this? The Breach.
Yeah.
And he tagged the Breach. Okay.
Surgical, not typically a card that gets sideboarded right now.
The card's a lot better than Necromantia.
However, a card that I like a lot, and I think I've talked about it before.
Took like
One of my
20
favorite cards for
Cool.
Is it Delver and Legacy
I'll
sideboard.
take
Sideboard Is it Delver and Legacy.
Follow you.
I very much enjoy
I'll not keep no draw.
surgicaling things from my opponent.
You know what? Turn too late. Alright, go ahead.
Draw.
Yep. You did remember to grab your bobble, right?
Yeah, I got it. Always teaching. God.
Just plays a Bloodstained Mire and passes.
Cast all my cards.
Alex's impact on
Yeah.
I don't know how
I
to,
have all 4 Bloodstained Mires.
but I don't have a way to win, so you're alright.
I'm over here trying to figure out
How to win?
how are we
Imagine just gonna get a rocket
I mean,
triome here.
token beats.
There's like 5 cards in the deck that just look. No, there's more than that. Literally do nothing.
Start running Snapcasters in that deck.
But then you can't create.
He doesn't get to catch Rick. Okay.
It's okay.
Creativity, enter, Snapcaster, put it in the field. Snapcaster.
Play creativity.
Creativity.
It makes a chain. You just need 12 mana.
8? We need 8.
Yeah, only 8.
Only 8 mana. I mean, listen. If you bold, you can actually.
Yeah.
Plays Bloodstained Mire's land for turn.
Go ahead.
Fetch.
13. During your upkeep.
Sure.
Josh, I think contemplating if he wants to fetch here.
3, go 16.
I might ask Josh what he sideboarded here for this matchup. I'm fairly
Nothing
certain
now. Nothing. Don't
if
worry
I
about
were
it.
him playing
It's
this
an
matchup,
alternative.
I think I sideboard the Veil of Summers, which we see in his hand, as well as the Nature's
Just tap
Claims
your Blood Crypt.
in my board. Just because, like, you have to assume he's on Bloodmoon. I don't know if there's anything else in my sideboard that comes in. Flusterstorm doesn't really do anything. Test of Talents doesn't do anything. I mean, you could test, like, the Thoughtseize, but I guess it doesn't feel the greatest.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not sure. 3 Fire and Ice, a Blood Crypt. Now we're playing a Stomping Ground as our land for turn. Play a Fable the Mirror Breaker. You get 2/2 Goblin Shaman. Using Spider-Man as his goblin.
He's a 1/1.
He is a 2/2 that when he attacks, he makes a treasure.
Fetch.
I could just grab the deck and fan through and see what I might sideboard. I don't think it's much besides the Veils and the Nature's Claims. There's a Den of the Bugbear.
Yeah, that works.
That comes in tapped.
I will go get a Steve Vance, and I'm gonna go to
Plays a Blood Moon.
You got it.
And Josh is going to scoop it up. Technically, he could have played the Blood Moon first and then played the Den and then shot it down, but the Den definitely did come into it. It was supposed to come in tapped if he plays it in that order.
The city blows up.
Alright, Josh is going to lead on Scalding Target here.
City burns. Phillies win. City burns.
So how many spells have been cast?
October, baby.
You kidding me? We've been through this one too many times. We know how this is gonna go.
Take 2. Play Darcy.
It's just a question.
Dragon Reach Channel.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's fair. So you've cast 3 spells. So Cluster is one short. If you fetch now, yeah, you got it. Okay, game 3. Because you fetch now, and then you deal 3, and then you go to spiral. Can you show me the land movement?
Goes down to 19 here. I imagine he's getting Roger and Triumph again. That's like, it's typically the Triumph that I grab first every single time.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I suppose there's an argument for catcher right here.
That whole sequence was pretty good. And I remember having
That's
this
an interaction I
conversation
really
where they were saying like the characters can really like be affected by anything.
Okay.
But then like straight up you look at
That
both
playing that is sliding. There's a Steam Vents.
and David, they literally both took the
Plays
argument.
Brennan 6. Going to ping the Dragon Speed Channeler.
Like straight up. Like he had maintained.
Go ahead.
Rebecca had her brother's robo hands. Like straight up. And then Twitter's just like, if you like Rebecca, I'm sorry, we're gonna put you in jail. What are you doing over there? The same goofy thing I always do. I hate that discourse, man. I don't think I've seen you play this. It's the most annoying shit on the planet. I didn't see you 2 months. All the marbles.
All the marbles. And $20. That's also fine. Okay, I'll be in the play. Do you?
Why is the computer just screaming?
And Holy Heat going to kill the Renin 6. The tree has been set on fire.
I was getting turned on the but
I've been keeping bad hands on it.
I'll try. The processor's fusing to decide. Okay,
Puts up an Archon.
the computer's not even warm. Just the chip. I mean, it's got a graphics card in there, so it could be like some alarm on that, maybe. You could have broken sensor. Just check. Look at the thermals right now.
It's literally on the.
He's going to fetch with a Bloodstained Mire here.
Yeah, it's interesting that they call them the triomes because there's not a lot of land cycles that share a common word among the
Could say Blood Crypt.
Look at CPU tone. Just type in CPU tone.
Is that the new, like, unstable?
Imagine we're going to see him play Fable the Mirror Breaker.
Is this what you're gonna play in Vegas?
Probably. I don't know. This is Dylan's. I don't know if I'm playing the exact same build, but I actually brought tonight all the same deck except for my sideboard. So I was like, you know what? I wanted to play your sideboard. Can you just give it to me? So
Maybe
it's
you
easier.
downloaded a crypto miner by accident or whatever. Mining coins. Yeah, your CPU is at 100%, but I mean. No, it's not that.
A Fatal Push to token.
I mean, the only thing. Sort by rank.
Mysterio has fallen.
Okay, OBS, yeah, that's fine. Sort by rank. Shouldn't just be OBS. Okay, and then sort by GPU.
Alright, there's a Dolphy Voidwalker.
I think it's the same thing with this.
Yeah.
Gonna give Dolphy a quick read. Gonna draw.
With this on the stack.
Because it's like usage is normal.
Going to trigger the Fable. Now this is the interesting point of the game. He gets to discard up to 2 cards and draw 2 cards. In response to the trigger, he's gonna bolt the Dolphy. So I personally think, he isn't supposed to
I think it was this one. I hope it was this one.
What's the OBS making the noise?
drop anything into the trigger here. And I have knowledge of what happened in this game from where we currently are, right? But I'm pretty sure he's not supposed to discard the Archons or anything. I think what he's supposed to do, I think, is just keep the cards in hand and then jam Den of the Bugbear, play Creativity, and hope There's no interaction from Alex here. Alex has 2 cards in hand.
The alert box is the only thing that makes sense to me. If like that broke. This is already good. If it's still there, then you gotta.
So the problem is that now he has to
I quite literally
wait a turn for the creativity.
able to play any audio at all.
I think once your opponent has presented Surgical as a card that he plays, you don't go for
Right now.
Right. Okay, so you've discarded the card.
He drew
you
a
don't go
card.
to put Archon in the graveyard unless
Now
you
it's my
absolutely
main
have
phase
to.
one.
Okay.
Which, like, if you
Well,
have
it
to, I
wasn't
mean, like,
technically
you get Thought
phase
Seized.
one. Yeah.
And I'll pass to you. Fetch.
Alright. Alex is going to fetch here,
No,
going to
second
16.
Yeah.
I got 18, 14.
Gets a basic swamp.
I had you at 17.
Yeah, I took 3.
Where did you get on?
Went down to 14.
You had me at
Why?
17,
Yeah.
and then I fetch shocked.
Oh, you're at 14.
Yeah, I'm at 14.
I know I had to answer a judge ruling at some point. Might have been at this point. So life totals are changing again.
Sure.
Going to cast Surgical Extraction, targeting the Archon.
Targeting
Going to get Spell Pierced.
spell pierce.
What is it?
Alex will
Counter
respond
target
by
spell. Straight to.
Still in the end.
casting another Surgical Extraction,
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
targeting the Archon.
So paying 2.
You got it.
And unfortunately, I think if Josh is to lose this game, it is because of the decision to put the Archons in the graveyard here. Or Archon in the graveyard here.
Yeah, you can go fetch.
On a side note, folks, do you like regular Arcana Cruelty better or Sketch Archon? I'm undecided on which version I want in the deck. I only have the regulars, but I can probably track down the Sketch ones if I need to.
I'm gonna use is it turn to draw 2 just for a 2. I have a
It's an awkward decision that I made.
You drop the Archon to the table.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Yeah, because unfortunately at this point of the game, right, if we assess what is left
Maybe
in
like-
Josh's
maybe I
deck,
should
there are no extra threats besides the Archon. Just because we were been testing a list that doesn't sideboard like Sundering Titan or any of that jazz. Though I have been debating on putting Sayer's Emissary back into the deck, but that's neither here nor there. Currently, the only threats in his deck are Arcana Cruelty. He can make tokens and try and go on the token beatdown plan, but eventually Rakdos is going to draw a way to get out of that. Kiki's not going to do enough for you here. And the other plan, I guess, is to Ren Loop Lightning Bolt,
And terminate this thing.
but that is a tall ask for Ren to not only get the 7 ult, and then you also have a graveyard, because Dorothy Voidwalker will prevent that from happening.
trigger.
Let's get them dwarf beats going.
I'm in a bizarre state here.
But it's okay, we will keep commentating, and we will see how this goes on from here. Josh is going to use that Bloodstained Mire and fetch a Den of the Bugbear, making a 1/1 dwarf token. We have Spider-Man and Mysterio. Maybe Alex floods out, and maybe those tokens attack a crap ton of times. You see a Lele Binding in Josh's hand. He is still missing a white source. Yeah, I wonder if Alex had the interaction card in hand. If Josh just goes to land creativity.
10.
Skorok kicked.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll try to beat you up in a monkey.
Go ahead.
What are you doing? Why are you playing that card?
So I can counter my counter.
My friend is texting me with Chainsaw Man.
My man's like, I got
The anime that has divided my friend group, and by my friend group I mean everyone else and me. Everyone's like, "This is the best thing I've ever seen." I'm like, "Guys, I think it's just like it's good. It's a B."
I bet you there's a big segment of
Seeing such
But-
a token problem.
Ooh, I know you want me to fetch so that you can fire my
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll see.
My turn. What's up? Upkeep. Draw. Trigger. I'm gonna bin Archon of OT. Okay. I've got a Ren.
We have a ticked Torok, Korok. We have a kicked Torok here.
Play this Stalker.
Had some cards ripped from Josh's hand. It has protection from white.
Persist. Targeting my
Dwarves are on blocking duty. Interestingly, he could have cast a creativity to kill the Torok and hope that, like, I don't know, Alex flips into like a Mishra's Bauble or something.
Oh,
such chat. Spells are the cash bowl. Where can you want?
okay. I'll respond. I'm gonna tap for a blue to cast.
Swing it, Ren.
Counterspell. It has 1, 2, 3 copies. So that's
Alright, Torok attacking in. Token has jumped in front of the crazy zombie.
Mercy?
Dragon's Rage Chandler coming down.
I take it you play.
okay.
Land instant creature.
I think we are firmly on the plan of ulting Ren.
Okay.
I don't. That's so
I
relevant.
don't know if it's going to be enough.
You have land
No
instant.
sorcery.
We'll go for
Um,
and
hold on.
9.
Can I?
We're checking how many types are in the graveyard.
I think this works. Yeah, I'm going to
I'm sorry.
test of talents targeting Monster Storm.
I'm gonna play Season Pyromancer.
3-mana play season Pyromancer.
Discard this.
Instead of the channel, let's go ahead and discard a card, draw 2.
Yeah, because target insert sorcery and then I search. It's not exile. And I search.
Play a land for turn.
In the hand.
Say polluted Delta's land for turn. And we're just going to fetch.
So I countered this, but I exile the other ones. I don't exile the first one. I don't really.
You know what? When that interaction happened to me the first time, it blew my mind. I was like, what are you talking about?
Dwarven Mind makes a token. You see the return of...
And then exile.
Ah, alright, Yoji, which is from Flesh and Blood.
What does that represent? It's a 1/1. These are just dwarves. Cool. They're here to block.
Just like casually, I predicted.
I don't know what I want.
And then I have to search.
Draw for turn. He has Creativity, Stomping Ground, and Fire and Ice in hand.
Ren Blum to discard a Dwarven Mind. And I made a
Plus Ren, picking up something.
discard by Dwarven Mind to
Bloodstone
cast
Mire, plays with land for turn.
copy targeting all of your copies of Fluster Storm. Sure. You're in great shape. Okay. And then Archon will come back with a -1/-1 counter on it. I sack out here. I will then draw a card. You can't sack. 12 and you'll go to 13. And then I will pass, and you're going to escape with me, and I'll die.
Pass the turn. Alex is going to fetch.
Okay. Yep.
Probably either going for basic number 3 or just a tap Blood Crypt.
Oh, so he's not up there.
still don't have Delirium?
Well, cast will surveil.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. With it on, you still don't have Delirium.
I still do not. No.
Okay, so it's on the stack. You
Yep.
can resolve your with a surveil on the stack.
Sure.
I'm gonna fire them. Right? He doesn't have Delirium.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're dead. But now I still surveil.
Yeah, you get your surveil turret.
Got it. So we're surveilling. Cool. Crack. Bobble you.
There's a Mishra's Bauble. It's a very weird game to commentate. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Proceed to combat.
Trying to remember things that we talked about in the prior recording of this video.
Swing it.
It's a little bit in advance, but let's advertise the next event that we're doing at
Yeah.
Bluebell for Modern. We're having a RCQ event December 10th. That's a Saturday. We'll be giving out 2 invites to the Anaheim Regional Championship for first and second place. I don't have all the details in the world yet. However, here's your brief thing. If you were planning on being in Philadelphia anyways, if you're not local to the area, because Eternal Weekend is that weekend.
I got 9-12.
Maybe you're a vintage player and you're coming down for that Sunday vintage event, but Saturday you have nothing else to do and you want to play some Modern, not Legacy, you can play Modern at a store. It'll be a great time.
I had myself at 10 and him at 9. So
You
you had
can
him
come
at
see
9?
me. I'll either be recording or playing.
Alright.
I'm unsure if I want to try and get my invite to Anaheim this season around. I don't even know if I'd go to
What did
Anaheim
that
if I
card
got
on
it.
top?
California's a far trip.
Shadow Prophecy.
Such a good card.
Mostly because
He was reading it. I was like, maybe I should leave it there because.
Lord knows I don't know what that card does. There's like,
I'm like,
too many
what-
words on this. Why? Not that great.
I never know how to cast it, but I like playing with it.
What?
Run a that card. Run Foster. This is Kyle. Kyle didn't have all the cards, so I don't know which cards are stock and which cards aren't stock. There's just a dirty
Picked up Apologies for that. We picked up Veil Summers at draw for turn.
I would agree, actually. I would definitely agree. So that's what I brought out, and then I brought in, and then
All right, let's see what happens here.
Going to cast Indomitable Creativity here. Maybe not.
and then I took out all 4 of the bolts. I didn't think the bolts were
I can hit a bobble off with them. You drew on your bobble.
The point of your deck is that you blank.
Oh no.
I brought out 3 bolts. I don't know if there's
Chris, are you playing Kyle's deck?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Mike.
Yes, sir.
It's my list.
Oh, okay, very good.
Except for the sideboard.
So you only have 2 piercers in the main?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
2 pierce, 3 bolt.
I brought out these 7. I shaved a Shadow Prophecy. Was there still a bolt in here? I thought I brought out 4.
There's only 3 in the deck.
Maybe there's only 3 bolts. No, they only play 3 bolts, it seems. So yeah, I shaved off
This is
Fables,
how I lose.
shaved off Prismarine.
I don't know.
I didn't think there would be
Eventually.
artifacts, but I forgot about E.
Maybe.
I should have probably kept this in.
Who
I would
knows?
think so too, and this is very good, treasure generation on end step.
Yeah.
Just try to keep, you don't take,
It just gives things like flashback
thinking
or
of bringing
retrace.
in,
Yeah, retrace.
I don't think that. Just for Dryad.
Red has been emblemed.
So that was my fault there.
And if you were thinking about the EEs, it probably would be there also.
So to just pass the turn.
That deck I really like. Lance was playing it a lot before.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. You didn't even use my red emblem.
You got one in here?
Yeah,
I'm really glad the Team Escape Ship is back.
it's the only actual token in the deck.
Yeah, that's
Playing for man.
Dolphin.
Very good.
Dolphin Woodwalker coming out.
play for modern. That makes sense.
This works the way I want it to, right?
Gaddafi. Quick read.
Iris is much better.
What are you trying to do?
Yes.
Veil of Summer. Right.
Counter black spell.
Well, no, it doesn't counter it, but I can't be the. I gain hexproof from black spells.
But I think invasive surgery might just be better. Actually.
Draw a card if an opponent casts a spell this turn, right?
Okay.
And then
Do you have to like what layer is
Oh, that's not what I thought it was.
Yeah, I was like, this is so much.
I mean, Veil will still get it.
Yeah.
We also have this
Counter
cast,
only
which
sorcery.
I was thinking it was the
Have
other one.
delirium and sorcery.
pick a card that doesn't really help us here.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I was really thinking it was just like one mana counter sorcery, and then if you get the upside of delirium, it makes sense. Also, just balance can fight a counter more, and invasive surgery cannot.
Very good. If I had this storm. If you're not delirium, I think Fluster Storm is just a better spell in that.
Yeah, that
Yes.
forces rod in your hand for a long
I like Murktide.
I
Someone's
should've-
playing.
I
They
should've
just play
countered
3 or
the,
4 fluster, but now I
Good.
like
Yeah.
2 fluster to invasive surgery.
Hearse.
Oh, yeah,
And then I'll hit Leyline and
So hold on, you're gonna tap
Oh, but it wasn't a white
the target, right?
yep.
I thought it was so confusing.
Unlicensed here, just gonna try and eat
What do
some
you
cards from the graveyard.
Leyline Binding and the Fire in the Ice.
Yeah.
Don't mind the sound of my binder opening. I need to check and see if I have a card.
Well, to target though, Fire and Ice, right? Can cast it. I can cast it in that stack, right?
Correct. Good job.
It's still an instant, yeah.
But then at that point, I was. You can't pass, guys. Not guys,
This is actually not going to get exiled by that. Because it's going to go get cast, it goes onto the stack.
Okay, so this just gets the one
This
counter.
gets the one. It's funny, this card's going to still get exiled.
Cool.
But it's getting exiled by that.
Okay.
So
But
these,
it's a Dothy.
yeah, so those both have Dothy things on them.
Got some curse activation
Casting
go.
Fire.
He swung with the monk. It did very easily. It did draw.
And I can't like exile. I couldn't sacrifice that. Yeah.
You could have. I don't think you could have actually done anything.
Yeah. So this is dead, right?
Yeah.
We are retracing something.
And then move to
It was
attack.
fine, nice.
Freaking mirror swing.
Because it killed the Dolphin Voidwalker. Because of retrace, however, you discard a land card. Torque will get one bigger. It is just whenever your opponent.
No.
discards one.
I could have spell pierced.
I guess I thought for a second.
No, I couldn't. I could have.
I have the roll counters, guys.
Oh yeah, so I could have spell pierced it. That probably would have been better.
Wait, spell pierce the hearse?
I could have. Yeah.
I think. Oh, I guess it's not a creature spell. Do you want?
No. I'll take.
Throwing a sword of fire and ice on that ice and you go to town.
Go to 4.
There ain't much better than that.
Go ahead. Good.
Beat Ari Lax with it one game. What's that? I beat Ari Lax with it one game.
Alright, draws picks up lightning bolt for
That's the
turn.
only game I won against. And as you proceeded to cast Once Upon a Time, grabbing Prime Eagle's
If he magically has 3 lands in play.
Once Upon a Time, a good card. He's like, I don't know how you don't see this as the greatest card. I was just like, okay, it's zero.
I have 3 lands in hand,
Retrace.
but I don't think he does.
Wait. Are you sure? Oh, because it gets exiled after you get.
Yeah.
You still discarded a card. You don't get discarded from the graveyard. Torok just says discard the card, put a +1/+1 counter on it.
Got it.
It's gonna kill me.
That's what, like, that zero's broken.
Let's do it this way then. I will
I guess.
Creativity here.
I was hoping this interaction.
You.
Might as well do it for extra.
I mean, I
free.
could have done it a couple turns now. But I just didn't
Pop the
know.
whole board.
Like I have to hope to like hit bobbles or something here, and even that's not great.
No, I agree. There's other cards that do exactly the same. But it's also
I'm gonna target
And hope he
here
spins into things. It
and here.
does not help us.
So they both get
Does
destroyed,
not help him.
and then you go up the top of your deck and get 2 cards.
Draw them or?
No, they go in your first non-land permanent. Go into play.
Also,
Artifacts
reveal
are,
cards
yeah,
from the top of the deck
artifacts
until
are.
he hits 2 creatures
going.
or artifacts.
Keep going.
For a total of 2.
Yeah. So you get that. That trigger happens.
Pyromancer.
Oh god.
Which will trigger after creativity resolves.
So keep going.
But then it's just because it's top down. Like it's just top down design. They straight up wanted some way to
No.
make a card that showed, the beginning of the story.
Yeah.
And gets the Dolphin Voidwalker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your deck gets shuffled.
That gets shuffled into there. You then get to draw 2 cards.
And that'll get shuffled into the deck.
Do I show them to you or?
Now you get these. That draw
You
2.
just do your regular.
You do your regular
Oh.
Pyromancer draw 2.
2. Okay.
Gets to draw 2 cards from the from the Pyro.
I'll pass.
It's gonna pass the
Let's
turn.
not forget that like Once Upon a Time is also printed with Oko. So like
Draw.
yeah, or Oko showed up a couple minutes later. Traits. Actually,
Comes Lily on the Veil.
I'll
Uli will down tick, make Josh sacrifice a creature.
Yeah, I'll be sack a creature and swing. You got it.
And
So
that is going to be game
I kind
going,
of feel bad
game
about that
3
because
going
like
to
the
Alex.
spell pierce is like
No,
Oh,
no,
it's
no,
wet
entirely.
boost, midrange.
No,
Thank you for
it
watching,
didn't.
folks.
And it was me
Have a great
thinking
rest of your
after the
day.
fact. I was screwed either